Good morning, Justin. Good morning, King Carnage. Good morning, Mel. Good morning, Chuck. Good morning, David Q, Sandollar, Alexis, Jeff, E, VC. Good morning to each and every one of you. Be sure to read the game plan in the bottom left before anything, really. Please read the game plan in the bottom left. Market is opened. Again, you have the 1 minute. You got the 5 minute. These are the same exact charts. You got the 15 minute. You got the daily. These are the exact same charts. Remember what we talked about on the daily yesterday regarding what bulls could do to keep this going? This could be an explosive move still. Good morning, Kim. Aloha, SF. 473 new high. We're over previous day high. Triple Qs are also over previous day high. SPX struggling at 47.50. What did I just say? 47.50. Apple not over previous day highs. Microsoft also potentially breaking down after a really quick move up this morning. First 2 minutes moved very quickly. About $1. Over $1, $1.50. Nvidia is down at the previous day low. Nvidia previous to those key for that chart. That's what I was typing. Higher open on Tesla. Good momentum from the open. Good hold over today's open on the 1 minute. Google, Meta getting some action. Berkby slowing down. JPM also slowed down with backup instantly. UNH under very important levels. AMD's pumping. I typed that one in all caps. Netflix falling out the open. Had a nice higher open, but they're coming back down. See if they can hold previous day close or not. I would say their key levels, whatever this is. Watch 482.50, 483.60 on Netflix. 483.60. Nike breaking a double inside bar. I hate that this has earnings soon. I really do. Because that's a really nice double inside bar. You have this candle here. I posted this yesterday at the end of the day. And then you have this candle. Trading within this candle. Again, it sucks they have earnings. I wouldn't touch this, but... still, nice to watch those play out. Nice to see if they play out or not. Oh, here it is. It's like hidden under all my messages. I couldn't even tell. John Deere. Triple inside bar. Look at that. It's like stuck inside of this candle. Costco. Sorry, skip that one. Coin new high 156.50. Costco potentially slowing down finally on the daily. We know this because of an inside candle. Now, if this doesn't finish that way, of course that will change our opinion. That's just as of right now. That can change. It is only the beginning of the day. I'll be meaning to change this. I need to change this right now. 2/10. There we go. And this is really the only one I'm looking at. We're not really looking at the rest of those. Alright. Dollar coming down. IWM has a bullish kicker on the daily. PayPal's getting moving. Nice. CLF slowing down, but they're still up in the 20s. Good to see. Boeing still has a lot of excitement on that chart. And Roku's slowing down, which this is highly expected for anybody who's been following my Roku updates. We are near the next area of short-term demand. This is where they just reversed from. This is the demand. You go from the low to the top of that red candle. So before we want to see any more... Whoops, wrong chart. Before we want to see any more pullback, because this probably is going to try to pull back more if it does not hold, is watching to see just 91.80s and 90s break, because this is going to most likely be a retest, but we don't know where. It could go here, it could go here, it could go up here, fill the gap, then do it. But what I do know is it's continuously bearish if it breaks this area. So if you see a short-term reversal, a short-term pullback, and then a break down through this area, this would be another great area to short Roku again. So I'll probably keep an eye on that for the next couple days. But that's my review of most of those tickers. Let's go back to SPY for a little bit. How was everyone's morning so far, though? Hopefully some of the reviews and updates have been helpful for what you might be looking at. In the Discord, I posted game plan for SPY, AMD, and Microsoft. Also went over a bunch of other charts the day before, as well as reposting the SPY, QQQ, and SPX levels and chart link and charts all back around yesterday. I try to do that right after close every day so you guys have them many hours ahead of the next day. You don't have to worry about that. But yeah, hope everyone's having a good time. Good morning to everybody if I didn't say it back to you. Did you see the double inside bar, Vanessa? I saw you said you saw the inside bar. Did you see that it was 2? Good morning, fam. Guess who's here for now? Glad to have you. Shops breaking out. Good call, Mel. What's up, Jack? Good morning. We did my sector watches last night. Feels organized. Good to hear, man. Good morning, D-Touch. Where's Daffy? CVX is pumping this morning. I think he actually has work a couple days this week. But I promise you, you can tag him and post CVX in chat, and he will probably still respond. But yes, I promise you he sees what's going on with CVX and everything. Here, I'll add this here for him. Oh, damn it. I need to unlink this chart here so you can quit messing with it. Unlink. Honestly, unlink this one too. I don't really want to mess with this one anymore. We'll just mess with these two. Which, again, these are the same chart. This is the 5-minute breaking previous day high. New high made, by the way, 473.10 on the day. Yeah, I honestly can't tell you how long I've been posting this chart in my chat. Sand-Dollar. Are you in Lifetime, Sand-Dollar? I've been posting this for a few weeks now. I just gotta find which chart I'm trying to look at. I think it's bigger time frame. Yeah, here we go. Come on, man. There we go. I've been posting this for a bit. Honestly, when I saw it come down here a couple times, I liked it. I saw it dip a little bit lower before earnings. Still liked it. Saw it dip, make a higher low after earnings. Still liked it. And it is still finally popping off. I'm proud of this chart, to be honest. It took its sweet time. But I'll read you the word for word what my post said, because this is kind of what I was in line with. Hold on, I gotta go find it. It was a fucking while ago I posted it. There's even a couple times where I was like still liking this Neo setup, just randomly at night or on the weekend. They're holding really well inside of the Thursday high supply, by the way. They've pushed into it, held it, trying to hold a higher low. They just need to keep creeping up higher, and to get to the top of the zone, they need to break the top of the zone. Which, remember, these are not the same as this chart. Damn, how far back did I post Neo? I see my Roku trade. We're already back here. Neo coming back to life, blah, blah, blah. New high of day on SPY. It's exactly what SPY bulls needed to see to push this across the line. Looking a lot better for them now. Hopefully everybody sees exactly what I've been talking about this morning. Right now we're just seeing bulls completely take over from the open on SPY. Okay, here's what I said. I said Neo calls with at least 3 months of time with stops at 7 is a good idea, or wait till after earnings to see how price settles. And then right after earnings, it made a higher low. So it's nice to see them pushing into the bigger part of the chart from that support. This is what this looked like when I had posted it. Now this one was an idea. I don't always post like this. I do like to post an actual contract when I get in, what costs and everything. But this one, this was like whoever wants to watch this or get a mental rep out of it or anything they can, because this was a really, really nice setup. DG did really good too. But there's a lot of setups in here that get posted from me, Noxta, a couple other people in here as well. It's just fun too, because it's cool, like going over charts with people, going over trades with people, and then like everyone does their own thing kind of, but then we all end up doing the same thing on different charts. Like somebody will find like a bullish candlestick on this chart and they'll take it, and then we'll find a bearish one on this chart and we'll take it, and then like everyone does really well, and sometimes, you know, sometimes somebody will lose, somebody will win, and the other side doesn't. But, you know, it's not about that. It's about getting those reps. It's about getting as much practice in as possible. And then down the road, you can be a little more comfortable and more knowledgeable of your own system, how you are, how you react to certain things, things that you are and are not comfortable with. So, energy moving a lot more, it looks like, too. I've been posting daily watch lists, weekly watch lists, daily game plans, trade ideas for day traders, trade ideas for swing traders. I've been trying to stream every single day. We've been working on course number 2. I really hope you guys are enjoying some of the work we've been putting in. Fully energized now after falling asleep on stream yesterday. Tried my best to stay awake. I can't blame you, man. Yesterday's price action wasn't anything crazy. I was trying my best just to repeat myself and keep you guys awake the other day, because that was a lot. I can't believe it's only been 15 minutes. We got a lot of movement already. Be sure to drop a like on the stream if you guys have not already. Thank you guys for tuning in. Again, this is not really a big news day. I normally like to go over, like, my normal routine with you guys is to go to Financial Juice. I'll cover some news. I'll read this Tuesday note. If you want to read this, by the way, it's very important. The housing number, for people who even care, it's just pretty important information for today, but it's really not across the week. A stronger than expected result could signal that the consumer is faring well in the face of rate hikes, as housing is one of the largest investments the average consumer can make. Higher housing starts would indicate higher demand for these assets. Though it is rare, the support moves the market itself. It is a good signal of the current position of the U.S. consumer. Of course, if you care about Canadian CPI, you can read what it is and what to expect. I love this what to expect tab on every single thing, especially if it's news we don't necessarily pay attention to a whole lot. Like, I don't really pay attention to housing news as much. It is very important, but it really doesn't fare into short-term day trading price action that much, so I just avoid it, really. If it pops up and it really does get things moving, I'll just let it settle, move on after. But there's a lot more news going on the rest of the week, guys. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, there's a lot more. So just remember, these first 2 days of the week were really just kind of light. There just wasn't anything super crazy. You know, there could still be big things said, or even talking about, like, yesterday, the other day, I think was it Bank of America or JP Morgan? Somebody came out and said, yeah, we're probably going to see them cut interest rates the first quarter of next year. Blah, blah, blah. And you're starting to see more banks say this now, too. So it's just, you know, they're leading us into something. We'll go over this whenever a briefing update actually pops up, but that's a great website to check out as well in the stock market update tab. On the earnings tab of savvytrader.com, you can see who has earnings today. You got Fuel Cell and FedEx today. Those are the main two companies I'm aware of. And you still have a staircase push by SPY. SPY bulls are still pushing this higher. Again, be sure to drop a like on the stream. No, the Reason Over Risk channel has not disappeared. Again, and I'm trying to say this in the most polite way ever. I spam it every single day in here on Trade Floor. Every single morning, I shit you not. Every morning I've ever been here, I spam this channel because I post a daily game plan here. I also, before that, spam the daily updates tab because I post in here every single morning as well. This is actually the first thing I do when I touch my computer to talk to you guys. I get in here, I copy text because I want to just post this, but also it has all the news and everything that you're going to possibly need to see today. Do this every single day. So you're going to need to check that channel every day. You need to check this channel every single week. And you need to check this channel every single day. And if you have Lifetime and Premium, I would check Trade Ideas. I'm not going to click it because I don't want to see. I don't want y'all to see it. But if you do have access, check Trade Ideas. I'm going to start posting on there a lot more now too. And if you have Lifetime and you haven't been looking, you're missing out. For months now there has been plays, very heavy amount of plays too. From me, from Noxda, from. It's not really plays. It's like, hey, I like this. If you want to join us, go ahead. Like, we're not really going to be like, hey, join this. This is a stop loss. Make sure you stick to, like, we'll post ideas and parameters and stuff like that. But don't get into it thinking like, oh, you have to follow us. We're not that kind of community. We're the type of community to literally give you what you need to do it yourself. I'm not going to sit here and babysit somebody, you know, because we kind of already are. But yeah, no, Reason Over Risk is definitely still there. If you don't see it, you need to probably hit this arrow here. Sometimes this arrow will hide channels. Sometimes if you right click it or hold your finger on it if you're on your phone, sometimes you might have the notifications channel messed up. Maybe you have the mute channel on. I'm not sure. But no, this channel has not gone anywhere. AMD and NVIDIA both slowing down at the same time now, not doing the opposite now. Nike kept going. Looks like Microsoft failed to push through its inside bar. It's holding range. Checking every channel. All right. See you later, Zeke. Out of Minta calls for 28%. Good job, David Q. Quick SPY trade, 10% return. Looking, oh, took the breakout of SPY. Sorry, my monitor is like curved or like turned a certain way today. Took the breakout of SPY consolidation with bottom of supply at 20% target. Got stopped out when price came back down. Bottom of supply, one and done. And hey, that's good risk though. Like what you just did, Eric. Like seeing, oh, okay, I could take these gains, and then seeing it come back down. Like it literally could have hurt you, and then you still somehow got out of it. That's insane. You got out of it without a scratch. And you might have learned something out of that one too. Good stuff there, Eric. I love seeing you win. Good morning, John. He said, good morning, everyone. Smash that like button. Good morning, Maxon. Always good to see your name. Shop went shopping 153%. Damn, Mel. I'm very happy to see you continuously expanding your horizon on different tickers that you trade. Because it used to only be SPY and SPX. Now, this man can trade literally any ticker. Well, not maybe any, but we've seen him go to semiconductors. Now he's here trading shop. Good stuff, Mel. I know that can be kind of a barrier for some people, but it's really just a mental barrier. You know, it's all about price action, following the right price action, trying to do the same thing over and over again. Mel is able to apply that to multiple tickers regardless of what he's looking at. Good stuff. We hit 473.53. I can't complain, guys. That's a pretty good target. If I zoom it out and show everybody like the full thing here, you can see what we're really going for. Get a good screenshot for everybody. I might leave it on this for a second. Just so people understand, like, we are literally building higher lows inside of the range. All they need to do is pop the high. Bulls can take this a lot more. Why do y'all keep sharing the same Chewy update? Y'all shared the same Chewy update like 5 times this morning. I love how y'all do it right after I post each time, too. And this is why I post in Reason Over Risk. And then people are like, where's Reason Over Risk? I don't know where it is. And then people don't see the plan. Like, I don't know where y'all want me to post. What a year for the market. Bulls especially. 100%. Bulls really going for it. This is disgusting. Leland's like, I woke up out of my coma for this. I'd also like to add the 10-year, which is something I just recently broke down. Why is this showing this? Chill out. There we go. I'd also like to add, this is something I was just recently sharing. The loss of this area is very good for SPY bulls short term. Now, I'm not saying this is a perfect opposite in any way. You'll never see me preach about a perfect opposite because there is no such thing as a perfect opposite besides literally doing the upside down SPY chart. But they have not lost everything yet. They're looking for an open range breakout under 388. If that can happen and we lose 383, there is a very good chance we're going a lot lower on the 10-year, which again is not a perfect opposite of SPY, but it is a good short-term indicator. And that might actually be what's causing some extra pressure moving forward as people rotate their money into the equity market. No, not you, B-Ferg. I was not mentioning you, bro. I was not mentioning you. I was talking about the people on trade floor. No, you just had something else. You had a separate issue. I don't know why you couldn't. It's not about where you post my Discord and stuff. Oh, the subscription. Okay. Yeah, maybe that's what it was then. But yeah, no, I was not meaning you. I knew you had another, like, outerlying issue happening. Something out of your... I mean, it is in your control, but you know what I meant. Then you got to go to everyone's place of trading and click enter for them. Yeah. Post in everyone's DMs individually. Yeah, that would literally... That's what I mean, though. Like, I feel like it's what I have to do. Like, if I post in trade floor, it gets moved up too much, right? And then people are like, where are the trade plans? I never see the plays. And of course, these people are only complaining after they're losing trades. They're like, well, I'm only losing because I'm not seeing what's being posted, blah, blah, blah. And then so I'm like, all right, I'll isolate a channel for you all. Put it in Reason Over Risk. And then I put it in there, and then some people are like, oh, I don't check that channel. I've had so many people straight up tell me, I don't check that channel. I'm like, all right, well, I don't want to hear you complain then. That's what I'm getting at. I'm not getting on to you guys for not seeing it. If you're on your own vibe, that's good for you. That's what you should be working towards, self-sufficiency. And being proud of it. Being positive about it. Not always thinking, what are the negatives of my situation? Try to think about the positives. That will literally help you out so much. Right now, guys, if you're hearing me typing, I'm typing Thursday high supply, and I'm adding here in Discord. Just to remind everybody, hey, we're rejecting the same thing we rejected yesterday. This is us hitting the bottom of it, slowing down, holding. By the way, this is the previous day close before this. No, I'm sorry. This is the Thursday close. It happened to line up with previous day close, so I just left it. I was like, whatever, we'll leave it. It's like a cent or two off. I think yesterday's close was like 03 or some shit. But we went up and now we've hit the top of supply. I can't type with this shit. I said next thing to look for is a lower high and structure break for bears. Or bulls to push. Oversupply. Held previous day close, pushed over previous day high, hitting top of supply now. That's all I've typed. Go ahead, Sandell. If I see you drop a, if I swear if I see a Chewy screenshot coming after I just sent that. I don't check that channel. It's like I have the cure for any disease in my right pocket, but I chance life's whims by not checking my right pocket. Oh, if I need it, I'll show up in my left. Taking the day off, just popped in to say what's up. Drop a like on the stream. Hope everyone gets theirs today. Good. Have a great day, Matty Clems. Thank you again for, even if you only had a couple moments, stopping in and dropping some positivity. Appreciate you, man. Yet it will never appear there. Okay, that's what I was reading. Yeah, you're not wrong, Eric. No, it's funny though. Like some people will straight up come to me in my DMs and be like, "Yo, man, I really need help. Where do you look for news and where do you get your levels from?" And I'm like, "Are you joking me right now?" Like I'll go look to see like who are these people. I'll go look because I'm not just gonna randomly go off on somebody, but I'll go look in chat. I'll be like, "Oh my god, they're a member of my chat. Let's see how long. Maybe they're recent. Maybe they're new." And I'm like, 9 months, like 9 months in this chat, and you're asking me that question. Like, dear Lord, guy. Which means you either joined our chat and you were still focused on so many other things, which, okay, whatever. But, I mean, that's like saying I've been here forever and I haven't looked at anything. It's like, bruh, just look around a little bit. I'm not asking you to go read an encyclopedia. It's really not that much. Now, if you're someone who's new in here and you just don't know where you're going or where to look, that's another thing. Just ask. That's fine. I get it. You don't know where the hell to look. I still sometimes skip around where I'm supposed to look, but there are definitely like 2 or 3 channels that should be checked every single day, regardless of the day. Light news, heavy news, pals talk, it doesn't matter. Those couple channels really help. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm serious. Like, if you just, it's not really for like, oh, I hope you follow all this absolute information I post. Like, it's really to put yourself in that routine I tell you guys about so much. Like, I'm really not joking. Like, you always hear that saying, like, oh, if you make your bed, if you do this, if you do this, like, it's a really good way to start your day. That's a real thing, and I think I try to treat the stock market like that in our routine. You know, when you get here, what should you have already done? You know, in the morning before you start trading. Last night, you should have already re-maintenanced, or when I say last night, I mean like last night and this morning, depending on who you are. Because some of you guys have families, jobs, crazy times when you get off work, when you have to go to work. So all these different variables, but you have last night and the morning before to maintenance and clean and refresh, which means you can clean off any short-term levels that might be invalidated, redo your zones from previous day, whatever it may be, or maybe you just want to clear your chart and rechart it every time just to get yourself in the routine of drawing the right levels. That's cool too, but it really is to get yourself in the routine of things, and by doing that over time, you're enforcing good habits. Your muscle memory that remembers doing the more limited things, the more disciplined moves in your trades, that's what you're going to be more focused on doing. Like, that feel good moment's going to come from doing something correct, not from making good money. Which it still feels good to make money, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, you should want to aim towards reinforcing the feeling of making a good trade, not seeing a good trade just because it made you money. You know, make a good trade that makes sense to you and has reasoning, like, oh, it did this. This is the type of entry it did past this level. This is what it did past this level. It never hit my invalidation point. You know, do this every single day, and by doing this over and over and over and over and over and over and over, you're putting yourself in a really, really, really good spot for growth. Not just money-wise. Again, I'm not talking money. Not just money-wise. I'm talking knowledge of your system, knowledge of yourself, how you react to your own system, how you react to your own strategies, which entry types are you good and bad at, you know, which ones do you need to work on, and if not, you don't need to work on them. You know, what are some things you can maybe adjust or just kind of keep yourself in the mindset of doing, because you'll always have this, like, adjusting phase, and then you'll get to a point where you are comfortable, and then there's still, like, a little bit of adjusting day to day, but it's nothing too big. But it's the maintenance and really the continuation of your sanity is what you're working on. Really managing yourself more than you are your trades at that point. So just remember, it's really easy to start out. Anybody can click buttons, but it's really hard to maintain. This is something that we preach in my community, and this is why we teach structure and stability, because it's really hard to get into this market and stay in this market. What's reason over risk? Yeah, man. You'd be surprised. You ask that, but we get those questions. Let's go look at triple Q. I see they're still kind of just chilling. If you were to say they were squeezing, I would agree with you, because they are. And we know that because their highs and lows are converging onto one point. They cannot break a new high. They can't break and continue a new low. They're just stuck inside of itself. So I'm going to go to Discord and type triple Q's squeezing from open. Damn, I can't type squeezing right. Nice, Jack. My bad. I was supposed to be going through sectors or charts. Ooh, Amazon. I was actually liking this on the daily a lot. It pushed through really well, got up to the next area, so you could just see does it end up holding this area or not. And it's so far it is. But that could lead to a really good lower high, and if it ends up breaking 152.85, it could be a really good pullback on Amazon. Tesla is still holding very well. Same for the XLC sector. That's your Google, Meta, Netflix sector. All of those are positive. JPM positive. Berkby got back in the green. UNH got back in the green. Nice. Oh, they're not green, but you know what I mean. AMD really did the Burj Khalifa. Oh, coin. What's up, everyone? Woke up late today, around 22% from my SoFi call. Good stuff, Aaron. Amazon curling, good call out, Mel. New SPY, new high a day, new 52-week high. Oh, yeah, that would be correct, Eric. I was like, wait, what is he saying? That would be correct. Yo, every time it pops a new high in January, we should just be like, oh, it's a new all-time or new 2024 high. What do you think of TLT? I'm not really watching TLT anymore. I'm starting to watch the 10-year on the daily. I'm not even watching it on smaller time frames, but they honestly look like shit. They look like they want to pull back more, which would honestly be good for SPY bulls. But again, not calling that a perfect opposite chart. Damn it, I forgot to unlink this. There we go. Leave it like that. I mean, I said it yesterday. I said it on the weekly watch list. I said this thing could keep going. Just because we had a red candle pop up doesn't mean it's coming down. Leland typing it. Pop 474, pop 474, pop 474. How was everyone this morning? Hopefully the game plan's been helping you a little bit with the short-term trend that we've had in the first 45 minutes of today. Had some swings in chat the other day. Some people are getting out, some people are holding. And who wants to see some trade reviews from the community? You guys want to still chill on SPY for a little bit? Do you want me to go over some trade reviews? What do you guys want to see? Yo, VC, are you in here? I was looking through my Twitter just now. I want to go over something regarding something you asked me on Twitter the other day. I need you to understand this because we need to go over it. Because anytime you see us post an inside bar, it's going to help you out. So I want to go over that with you. Every time you type OG, I don't know why, but I picture Morty from Rick and Morty. Oh, geez. Or just like anybody who's ever seen Fargo or any of those like Canadian movies, they're always like, oh, geez. I picture that every time you type that. Okay, so the other day you asked me on Twitter. By the way, SPY is popping a new high, guys. If it holds that new high, there's a big chance we're going to 475. But let's just go over Microsoft because this was the example that it was on, which right now it's not really doing anything, but let me show you. Oops, idea. We'll just zoom in. So the other day I posted that I'm actively watching the inside bar on Microsoft, and then you proceeded to ask, is that up or down? Well, an inside bar is 50-50. We don't know anything yet. So, and then I replied, we need more confirmation. You have what I like to do, and when I post these, I like to do it for day trades for the most part. And then if it turns into a swing trade, awesome. You can totally do that with runners, but that should not be the basis of your position. So you have the inside bar. You get a pop of this. In short, let me just go over in short what you're trying to do. You're trying to go from this level to this level. But in all honesty, though, it's outside of this level is the ultimate play. Outside of this level is the ultimate play for direction, that is. So what you're doing the next couple days as a swing trader, you're trying to find pieces of price action that make sense leading up to the breakout of it. And then once it does break out, using all of that as one to get you in a play. Not just like, oh, it broke over. No, saying, oh, it did this, and then it held a retest, and it did this, blah, blah, blah. You know, just going over multiple things. But in short, you are trying to day trade from a day trader's point of view, from this level to this level, from this level to this level, and then outside of those levels, you can use emerging candles, which is what all those other amazing levels are. If you want to use some short-term levels too, like this probably would have been pretty helpful. this day's open, this day's close would have been pretty helpful. You can use those as well, good short-term levels. On top of course, the BB system. So if you're using like these levels here, and you like the inside bar or whatever, then of course you're going to add your previous day high. Then you're going to add your, well, it's not previous day high, it's up here. You're going to add your previous day high, previous day close. Then you're going to add your previous day low, previous day... The fuck? Oh, previous day open. My bad. And then this would give you good extra levels outside of that. So if you want to do that, you can. So it's, as you can see, though, it's useful for day traders and swing traders. It's not just one or the other. But to answer your question, you don't have confirmation on this yet. Now, it was pretty funny because, and let me delete these before we go back so you can actually see what the hell we're looking at. There we go. Go to the daily again. And you'll see we did get a short-term pop over this level yesterday. So this gave short-term confirmation that bulls are trying to reach higher, but you still have that little bit of riskiness to it because you have not actually pushed out of anything yet. You've just pushed out sort of outside of the short-term level. You still have the longer-term level here. So we're looking for that mainly. But you did get one short-term confirmation slightly for bulls. This lower open is invalidating everything that's happened up to this point. So anybody who did try to take that early on, knowing that there was risk there, it's probably invalidated out of this trade, and they're waiting to see what is next. Which, again, is most likely why we have an indecisive candle today. But that is really a long explanation for how I wanted to answer you on Twitter the other day, but you can see I couldn't really tweet all that. It's a lot. But inside bars, I think you just joined us, VC, recently after we were going over them so heavily. So that might have been why you haven't heard me go over them as much, because I might have been tired of just talking about it. But hopefully that's helpful to you. And there will be a pretty big video on this coming out soon, too. So be on the lookout. And no problem, VC. Good question, though, on Twitter. I appreciated that you asked that, because it was nice to see just somebody ask a question. Regardless if it was basic, complex, it doesn't matter. It's not about how smart can you sound. SPY's still holding outside of that Thursday supply, guys. That's a really good sign for bulls. Leland says, Bulls only want one thing, and it's disgusting. God, Leland. Leland's like, yeah, I'm sick. Sick of doing the course. Nobody answered my question. All right, I'll just move on. 474 being held with a second indecisive candle, not in a row though. We had an indecisive candle after popping over 473.50s and another one after holding a new high. Does the indecision turn into an explosive pump into 475, or does this turn into a break of structure? Which really, you don't have a break of structure until you break under here. But in all honesty, I don't think I'd trust a pullback until you see this whole area break. Bulls have given enough time to hit it, consolidate under it, so there's a lot of energy built up here, and then pushing into it like a staircase. So, I mean, to be fair, they could just go smack 475. But always keep in back of your mind, if they do pull back, what do they lose? If they end up losing 472.80s, it's a very good chance we're going to crack under today's open and retest the 472, the area we could not break back under again. We slowly worked up to it again yesterday, failed to break under, even with this big pullback that I don't know why some people were freaking out about the other day. I mean, we moved like 50 cents, and I saw some people like, oh my god, we're crashing. I went back and looked because I was like, oh, maybe they're serious. Maybe we're breaking today's open. And I was like, oh, we haven't even broke anything. We hit Thursday's supply and we consolidated. That's all we did. You got to understand that too, guys. Like, just because you hit supply and bearish candles popped up, that doesn't mean you have to dump. Now, that kind of sucked because this was in the last hour of the day, but that was a nice setup. Nvidia wants to rip. Is that what you're saying? It does look strong. Potential overnight fill. Now, I wouldn't aim for 500. I would aim for whatever the halfway point of this is from the close of yesterday to today's open. So 497.50. But it is holding that fib of today's open. That could be your game plan. Is Roku finally coming back alive, Dondu? I told you, man. Let's go to that chart. It's this one. Bulls have been in control from the open. Pushed into supply. Held middle of supply. Pushed through supply. Now we're just seeing, can they sit on top of it? Kind of in a similar fashion to how this pushed into like the high of yesterday. And then from there, they just kind of stuck in that range. I think I'd like to see the same thing here, given we don't have that much news today. But we'll see. That's at least what Bulls would like to see. How's today's music, by the way? I chose a different radio. It's called Japanese Lo-Fi Radio 24/7 Aesthetic Lo-Fi Hip-Hop Music. That doesn't even make sense. Japanese Lo-Fi Hip-Hop. We're breaking barriers, people. Oh, my bad, don't do. Spy Bull still holding. Apple flirting with yesterday high of day. Good update by B Ferg. And Microsoft update by E coming in right after that. Great job, guys. He said Microsoft trying to turn it around to help Spy. 15-minute buyers came in. Potential move. Look at that. B Ferg and E and Mel coming in and dropping in the top 3 tech weights. Apple, Microsoft, Nvidia. Great job, guys. I can really see you guys are in tune looking at the right stuff. Like, visually, I don't even have to go to those charts now because I can just picture in my head, oh, okay. So we have multiple tech weights trying to move higher. That's cool. Check out some other weights in other sectors as well. But Microsoft almost flat now. So same for Amazon. Nvidia recovered a good amount so far, but they got a lot more to go. Costco might finally be slowing down. Looking for a rewind on Roku. I just saw what you said. Looks like energy slowed down here too. Crazy. We are already only $1 away from $475 a share on SPY. Saying that out loud is so impressive. Leland, is this an OB on 5-minute? Is this an OB? I hate to say, but AMD actually looks pretty tired. If you see a break of 140.50s, probably flushing down to 139.80s, which mean it could probably go test previous day close, today's open area, kind of around here, if they break that short-term support. But why I say it doesn't look that good is because they came up here, spiked back down, And this could be a potential lower high of the area it was trying to hold as support. Really good bearish trade is when the bullish trade invalidates. Coin actually hit 162. What the f... That is crazy. Gotta do some math real quick. Hold up. Cost coming back with vengeance. So is the 10-year. Coin is crazy. I remember it going to like 30. Yeah. Shit, remember when it was in the hundreds and people were not just people but like big money too. Like big money was averaging down. Sick 474 took Nvidia puts. Matthew said, no time for trades today. Just dropping my like and saying hi. Have a great day. You too, Matthew. Thank you again for always coming in here and dropping that positivity. Appreciate you, boss. How is everyone in the stream so far today, though? Got about 66 people in here. Had a little over 120 people join in today. Got about 40 likes on today's stream. It's pretty good. Especially considering we knew yesterday and today weren't going to be super amazing. But today still, though, I mean, we have some amazing movement. Higher open on the first 5-minute candle. Didn't just push into supply of Thursday high like we did yesterday's highs. We pushed through them. So really looking to see, can they come back down and hold anything? If they can hold 473.50s, I mean, it also kind of lines up where our 5-minute reached, rejected, then pushed back over. Could see a really good hold and bounce again. But the loss of that could definitely bring down a more of a pullback, maybe even some lower highs to help bring a quicker move down. Thanks for the stream, B. Banked on SPY calls as we pushed into supply. Good stuff, Maxon. Very clean review, too. I mean, that's like less than a sentence worth of words, and he just gave out so much information. Good stuff, Mac. David Q said, all good. Nice, nice. Good to hear. I'm really just checking on y'all. I'm not trying to, like, bug anybody or get any answers out of anybody. Just doing a wellness checkup, really. I hate when people try to bug me when I'm trading. I'm not trying to do the same thing to y'all. Plus, it could be kind of annoying to hear somebody covering like opposite analysis. Like, let's say you were in like SPY puts or something right now, and I was covering why calls look good, and then I went over why puts could look good if something happens. You know, that's just me being non-biased and covering both sides. But for someone who's hearing that and they're in like a put or a call, they're gonna feel some bias to that, and not really aggression, but they're gonna definitely feel like, oh shit, what do I do? Like, did he just say it's going to go up more? Like, shit, I need to cut this. And then it pulls back and they're like, oh damn, I'll let that affect me. Like, don't let anything affect you. Like, if you had a plan, stick to it. And if you make up anything that wasn't a part of that plan from before you entered the trade, that is considered noise and you're gambling. Do not follow anything that like current you is going to try to change on the plan that you talked about before entering it. The before you was the smart you. Listen to that guy. Hey Bueller, ILY. ILY too. Vibing, mental trading at the moment. Always good Alexis. Definitely nothing wrong with that. Plus, it feels a little comfortable to take some mental reps. Hopefully your work isn't too crazy today, Alexis. Hopefully you aren't driving all around. Glad to have you regardless of anything, though. Glad to have you in here. Got a lot of beast traders in here. I don't know what puts are, Mel. Are those like poots or are those different? Mental napping in between posts. Mental napping? That's way better than mental trading. Mental napping. When you're so tired but so busy at the same time. Crazy busy, but always got some time for my BB fam. Appreciate you, man. It definitely isn't the same not having you here, I'll say that. I'm so used to seeing your name and profile pic now. I've probably read your name as much as I've said Mel. I feel like I say Mel a lot. I just said it again. David Q's pretty much here like every waking moment too. That's another person. I mean, a lot of you are, to be honest. It's not like we have a lot of slackers in here. Plus, you guys don't need to be in every single stream. I would, honestly, if you ever ask me personally, like, should you be in every stream? Like, I will straight up tell you, no. You shouldn't even be looking at the market every single day. You gotta have some mental energy stored away for yourself for rainy days. I'm trying to be more... I thought I was about to read. I'm busy trying to be more active. Hey, man, that's fine, man. I've always said this, like, a quick saying is, like, the more you engage, the more you grow. And it's not really necessarily like, oh, it helps out the server, that's why it helps me. Like, no, it's not like that. Like, it's really good to put yourself openly out there. And I've talked to a few closer people around me about this recently. Not just today, but just over the past couple weeks. You know, you really should put yourself out there more. It's not about looking to be cool or trying to look correct or smart. It's not about that. It really is about following what you planned beforehand, sticking to what you know, and trying to grow from there, making small adjustments here and there, of course, as needed. Cut out that noise. What's Beyond doing, Chief? That is a name. I have not heard it in a long time. Somebody dropped the Obi-Wan Kenobi meme. This thing is at 10 still. Why am I not surprised? Honestly, this is probably just an impulse buyer move. I doubt this goes anywhere. But let's see. Do I have anything charted? I don't even have this charted. Yeah, I haven't charted this in a fat minute. Let's mark the open of the chart. I can't even mark emerging candles. Alright, we're just... Oh, wait, I'm on the weekly. We're good. We're going to do it from here. Alright, so there's an area of demand that popped. It came back down. They broke it. They reversed again from here, which invalidates this one. Reversals from here, top of the last red candles here. Pushed up, reversed, pushed away from it. We're going to leave that one. All-time low demand is about there. So we got some pretty good levels marked already. I want to include this, but I don't. Yeah, we're just going to leave it like that. Alright, so we have an area of supply. We have an area of what was demand broken as support. Prices returning to it. And then you have the all-time low demand. That's all in the weekly. Now we go to the daily. Zoom in so I can include all my information. And let's see what's next for this chart. Oops. So we got something here. Oops. We got something here. I'm going to mark the top of that. Got the open, or the close. And then let's get some stuff underneath. Got that level. That level. It's really this area here. Yeah, pretty much a death drop's coming if that breaks. Or if this is lost again and that breaks. Bulls are doing really good though. They built base, or they hit that low, then they built base again. And this is how it should work. If you go from the low to the top of the first impulse move, you should have this holding a good fib. So if I go from the low of this to the high of that first move, where it rallied and then slowed down here, this should be holding the fibs. The control point, the 50% halfway point, or the golden pocket, the 65%, which it's a large variety of people use 61 to 65%. I just like to mark the 65 because that gets the outermost percentage of the golden pocket, so I can get the most extreme and extremities of any kind of move on a stock chart. But that did hold a good base, and then they pushed a new high, so a confirmed base. Moved out, they did the same thing here, kind of just held very ugly. You know, they're kind of just getting more indecisive price action. So you're stuck in supply right now, but I won't lie, I don't know if I just start flipping short randomly, because you don't really have a break of structure, so I can't even really draw this fib yet. I can't justify drawing that yet, because it hasn't broken anything. But I would like to say a slowdown has occurred. You have an inverted hammer, you have an almost bearish engulfing if you just use the body of the candles, and this is possibly trying to reject a good fib of like what we just showed, but still, I'd like to see it exit this area for more shorts. This would be another good short area. But bulls are still holding it right now. I can't believe you just made me look at beyond. Leland said, we got to be at least 120 out of 100 on the greed chart now. Noxta said, gotta make a new category. Eric, if you're still in here, I'm looking at your trade readout, man. Good stuff on your trade. I like the target. I like the invalidation. I like the awareness of how much room you have, I think is really what I'm wanting to say. I think you were aware instantly of how much room you had, and you were instantly probably not feeling that comfortable, even though the entry was strong. Comfortability about being able to hold longer, which I'm honestly proud of you for selling, to be honest. You didn't have any reason to say, hey, I'm going to comfortably hold this. I mean, the thing to do is to take profit like you did and then go for another one when you see fit. You know, and if you don't see anything or you don't feel anything push you into it, then you don't need to trade another, you know, setup. You don't need to take another one. But that's honestly amazing, though. I like how you said, could have held for more of the unknown profits, but hit my stop loss. 10% times 5 days equals a 50% return by end of the trading week. Quickly put my stop loss at 10%. If it hits, it hits. If not, I will realize higher gains. Find your percent return you statistically hit from your personal trade reviews. You see, Eric, but you're only able to do that because of what you did. This is what most people ignore, and this is why I constantly preach about having your trading log, openly holding yourself accountable. Exactly what you just said. He said, in short, he basically said, you're not going to be able to know when you should cut your losses or when you should take your profits if you're not accustomed or getting used to the fact of, you know, your trade, the history of your trades. How many times have you taken profit at 15%? Let's say you've traded 100 times, right? Just simple numbers. Let's say 85 of those times you won a trade, and 80 of those 85 times you did it because you took profit at a certain percentage or you took profit at your first target, right? And that's exactly what he did too. It's not just based off percentages, guys. He literally sold at his target, so it's perfect. And then it pulled away. But what I like about that too is, like, it really does preach about the enforced stability, the trading log, the, oh, let me maintenance my levels, let me clean my chart, let me be refreshed, let me review mental reps, you know, getting all that in, the routine of all that, that's what's going to make you a decisive and very intuitive trader. Not somebody who has to wait for some random thing to pop up on the screen to tell them when to get in. Good job there, Eric. I love that trade review. Hopefully some people in chat can take away some notes from it. Good job, Mel. He said done for the day. He got almost 54% on his NVIDIA puts. If anybody in the stream took NVIDIA puts with Mel on NVIDIA, you should already be out. Mel, great job, man. Like I said, when you took profits on Shop earlier this morning, I was proud of you because you're trading different tickers, and here you are trading NVIDIA. See, that's what I like about Mel. You know, most people, the normal person, would say, you know what, guys, SPY sucks today. I'm not trading. What does Mel do? He takes the exact same setup and he goes to different charts. He goes and finds Shopify. He goes and finds NVIDIA. He likes Apple. He likes Microsoft. He looks at all these different tickers and he trades them because he trades price action. He doesn't trade SPY or SPX. He trades price action. Great job, Mel. I'm here and I have a question. Can I record clips off your stream with my iPhone? There is a clip like the inside bar you explained that I would like to have. Yeah, you can. Have whatever you want, man. There's actually a cut clip feature. I know it's only 60 seconds, but yes, you can record with your phone if you're asking like for permission or whatever. You can do whatever you want, Chuck. This is as much of your content as it is mine. But there's actually a button to do this too, though. If you do find a 60-second clip when you're watching the stream, you can actually hit clip. Guys, look at that. We're breaking the barrier. It's going further and further and further in. Look, there was only like a couple. Now we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, I'm kidding. I'm gonna stop. Isn't that funny though? That was YouTubeception right there. We had one inside of one, inside of one, inside of one. How is the Japanese lo-fi coming, or sound today? I haven't heard a single song with y'all. Reminds me of the Devil game stage on Tekken 2. Can you believe SPY is less than $6 from all-time high? It is pretty crazy. Honestly, though, I've gotten to this point, though, where it has finally settled in for me over the past couple weeks. Like, it just felt inevitable. I know you were sick, so it was probably messing you up a little bit, too, but it just felt inevitable, honestly. And I talked about this a lot. I keep saying I talked about it a little bit, kind of taking away credit for myself. But I've almost said out loud, like, this is definitely going to all-time highs by the end of the year if we can just get past this area. because this is the last time we had true selling pressure pop up. This is where we've been rejecting away from this for the second part of this year, is this area. Right? And then everyone was complaining about how much consolidation was here. It's like, bro, we have to have consolidation here. You're not just going to rip through this. You're not just going to rip through all that bearish price action. There's a lot of volume sitting here. So what do bulls have to do slowly over time? Slowly build higher lows. Even if they are really choppy looking and look like shit. That's what needs to be done for this to do anything. That's exactly what this chart has done. So I think if you were to ask me like a couple weeks ago, and you'd be like, do you think this will be $6 under all-time high? Yeah, I'd freak out and be like, oh, dude, that's crazy to say out loud. But looking at it now, it honestly feels so incredibly normal right now. It feels like it's inevitable that we are definitely going to see an all-time high through the December month. It's almost one of those, like, why not kind of things. Not bad. I would try Japanese. It is Japanese. Oh, you're saying you would try Japanese. Yeah, Japanese culture is pretty cool. Yen is in the toilet again. True clear skies once we broke that. 100%. And that's my answer, though. I don't want to be like, yeah, I'm surprised, and no, I'm not surprised. It's kind of a mix of both. It really is. Does anybody not understand the daily time frame breakdown, though? I mean, I'm not joking. You could go to any stream over the past few months and just go listen to the breakdowns. You'll always hear me cover a bearish piece of bias, like what bears or what bulls want to see, and then you'll see me cover the opposite. You'll see me cover the bearish bias. What do bears want to see to possibly break down? And there's a lot more they have to do every time we break a new area. Essentially, every time you pop a new high, what bears have to do, just from a basic standpoint, is they have to, one, make that high, come back down, and then make a lower high. And then once that lower high holds, you need to see a break of that recent low, and that would be a change in trend. We have not gotten that we haven't gotten that since back here. We haven't had a single time where a high was already made, and then we made a lower high from it, and then broke short-term structure. That has not happened since here. It has not happened since here. We have had straight uptrend since October. Which is funny, because there's like all kinds of people who have been preaching like there will be blood, people will be screwed, blah blah blah, and then prices have been recovering. I think some of these technical traders forget that they need to quit looking at fundamentals so damn much. If you look at fundamentals, you are going to lose in the market when applying it to a technical trade. Do you know why? Does anybody know why? Because this is a forward-looking market. Guys, are we trading December 19th, 2023? No. We're trading 4 or 5 months at least in advance. The market's not trading thinking about what are today's conditions. The market is trading and moving and adjusting based off of future market conditions. Please understand that. This is not a chart that is looking at December 19th. This chart is looking at the basically the end of the first quarter of 2024. That's what this market is looking at. We are not trading today's price action. Like Leland just said, we are currently trading the outlook of rate cuts that might happen months from now. But I just want to make sure everybody understands that, so you have a little bit of a different view of how the market should work. I am loving this daily time frame, though. Do you guys want to see the note I had on my weekly watch list? This was pretty cool. Let's see if I can pull it up. No, I want to look from viewers' point of view. There we go. So here's my weekly watch list from this week. Xmas next Monday, by the way. Pretty basic stuff here, but I talk about the before, I talk about the after, I talk about what was covered in that watch list, like what were the parameters we needed to see happen before thinking we were still bullish or still bearish or flipping bearish. And then I cover what is next from that point to cover this week. And in this week, I said, in short, as long as 469 or even 50% of the latest large candle, green candle holds, you can remain bullish based on the levels. If you go to that, that would be 50% of this candle. So remove that. And the top of the gray area. So in short, I was basically saying as long as we hold this, we're bullish. If we crack under this, could be seeing a change in direction. Now, this doesn't mean you flip bearish. If we were to lose this, it doesn't necessarily mean we're flying all the way down to here. No. I mean, you definitely could get a quick move from here to under this zone. They wick it. They bring a good short-term retest that pops somewhere into here. Rejects that. Maybe even a second one here for all we know. You know, many things could happen from this area, but that would be kind of the basis of what you're looking at. And ever since then, this week, yesterday, and today, we've just been moving higher. We had a higher open. We talked about them just holding previous day high, reaching this day's close. They did that. We talked about us possibly needing to get over this day's open and this day's high. We're doing that today. This has been the main concern if you were focused on yesterday's stream, the day before, the weekly watch list. But pretty interesting how that all lines up now. The pushover Friday's high can trigger a gap fill above towards 472s. We already did that. Beyond 472.50, the resistance of the Thursday open is the 473.70s high from the recent rally in the all-time high zone. Beyond the all-time high, beyond the all-time highs, you can mark psychological levels. But once we actually get there, I'll personally show you how we can navigate new highs if it happens. So if we break new all-time high, I'll show you personally how you should be charting this. And then I do smaller time frame. I don't always show inserts from different pages. This is actually the first one I've ever shown. I just thought it was interesting because it kind of does align itself with things I've covered. So I just thought it was interesting. QQ, SPX, dollar, just kind of going over that since I've already posted it. News, earnings, all that good stuff. I go over the news for every single day, what days you should be most focused on, what you should be looking at. And then on this one, which I don't do this either on every single one, I also took an insert talking about SPI, CPI, and PCE, the difference between the information that we get. One of them is, of course, the better data that the Fed pays more attention to. And then, of course, we have our weekly Daffy charts, which he's looking for oil this week. But yeah, definitely recommend checking out the weekly watch list if you are a member of the channel. If you're on YouTube or Discord, you have access to it regardless. Doesn't matter if you're on one or the other, you have access to it. I do that every Sunday, kind of during lunchtime, and then I post it before it's too late because I want you guys to have it hours ahead of the next day. So I try to post it as quickly as possible. AMD Poots, when it broke 140.50, worked out perfectly. My bad, man. I didn't get to go watch that with you. I sat here and talked about it with you, then I didn't even get to go do it. But I covered a lot in between. But good luck, BFerg. Thank you for updating that as well. It's nice to see some of the ideas are working out. Good job, BFerg. Good job, anybody else updating these. What's up, Zeke? Yeah, we're just chilling. I've covered a bunch of trade ideas. We've gone over bigger time frames, went over inside bars for a little bit, went over all kinds of different things, really. That's kind of an everyday thing for me. It's hard for me to summarize everything I cover in these because I really do sit here and cover everything. But hopefully everybody's enjoying the breakdown so far. And yeah, this yellow level is the daily all-time high on triple Qs. Why I say the daily all-time high, guys, is I don't pay attention to the extended hours all-time high. I'm not even really sure if there is one higher than this, but that doesn't matter to me. But this is a new all-time high on triple Qs, 408.91. Good call out, Zeke. How are you doing today, Zeke? Call on Sunday. Are you high? That's football day. Are you high? You got some of that booger sugar, huh? This might be the day I spank Spy. Just seeing Mangekyo. Oh my gosh, I can never say it. It's from Naruto. Mangekyo Sharingan. If you know, you know. You're good, Jack. I was just messing with you. I said perfect higher open led to break a previous day high and Thursday supply. We're only 75 cents away from main target of 475. Don't be scared to trim now and leave runners if you stick to the game plan. Again, repeating that in case somebody somehow overheard me, however the hell you say it. Perfect higher open led to break a previous day high and Thursday supply on the SPY 5-minute. We are only 75 cents away from the main target of 475. Do not be scared to trim now and leave runners if you stuck to the game plan. Do not be one of those people in an hour from now and you're like, Bueller, I didn't listen. I just kept holding forever. I never know how to take profits. I'm my own problem. Don't be your own problem. Got my rent again. Aaron, if you know, you know. People call it nose beers around here. We call it something else where I'm from. I was calling it booger sugar, so you know what I meant. But I'm not gonna say the name. Trying to not be in trouble. I don't even like soccer, so I don't even know when it's on. I'm talking about American football. He knows he's messing with me. Come on, you know the American football one, the one that only millions of people watch? Not soccer, the one that billions of people watch? Huge difference between those sports. The viewership is just insane on English football. 63 cents away from 475. You guys are incredible. The break of previous day high in the first couple minutes of the day. Very, very nice move. How was the stream so far, everybody? Today, I know we've already gone a little over 2 hours, or just under 2 hours, sorry, but it's been a really, really nice breakdown on the levels, the game plan. We went to the daily, talked about that for a bit. Went to all kinds of charts on our left side there. Talked about the 10-year for a bit. Talked about all kinds of different things. So hopefully you guys are getting something out of it. Not talking about gains. I'm just talking in general. Getting something out of it. Stream is fast, but not SPY. What are you talking about? SPY's flying. Stream is fast, but not SPY. You're tripping. Fully out of calls here for 21%. Good job, David Q. Nvidia is different, Mel. You are correct on that one. Nvidia is very different. Everything's trying to go up. Nvidia's like, nah, fam, I'm going down. Where's AMD at? Are they still dropping? They are still dropping ever since B-Frog's update. It really is one of those things where it's like, we might as well go hit all-time high. Which, by the way, is way up here. That's the yellow level. So you can see we're still a distance away on SPY. I guess I'll mark today's open so people can see it easier. $0.58 away. Tesla broke 258. Great call out by Chuck. Great update. SPY is hell-bent on seeing 475 today. I do believe the 10-year slowed down again, too. It did. Look for resistance at 470, 467 based off December 31st, 2021 candle. Good update by Blackout Gambler. Hope you're doing good, man. Ooh, discretionary sector's up 1%. Banks are moving more. Uh-oh. Who did I draw this with? I drew this with Dividend Bull, I believe. Uh-oh. Apple's reaching that fib. Uh-oh. Microsoft under 372.40. We'll see if they pop or drop that. God. XLY sector strong. Let them banks go. Brook B's on fire now. I gotta see that daily real quick. That's not what I think it is it? Okay, I didn't think so. It's not an all-time high, but it is a 52-week high. For JPM. God, AMD's still going. It's still at that low of day. Good job, Kevo. Tons of people on chat paying attention, kicking ass. Good stuff. Thanks, bro. Kind of been on a losing streak by breaking my rules. New year, new me, coming for 2024. New year, new you, man. I want to see it. Don't just say it. Do it. We're here for you, Blackout. Well, I'm here for you. I can't speak for the rest of these folk. Entered some calls once sellers failed to get us below the supply zone. 473.53 exit was a psychological resistance. 474.34, which I used as a profit-taking level. Nice review, David. That was for his calls that he took for 21%. Very nice job, David. I also like his sentence right there. He said, entered some calls once sellers failed to get us below the supply zone. Right there. That is the exact saying we go over every time in here. A failed bearish invalidation is a strong bullish confirmation, and vice versa. Great job, David Q. What's up, King Carnage? He said, 1 for 2 on the day, got a quick scalp poot, then broke even trying to go for another. Should have stayed with the trend better. Hey, man, it's totally fine. You sounds like you're in high spirits still. Sounds like you got a good rep. I was supposed to say good rotation. I was gonna say a good rep out of that. Also, good review of yourself, not just hiding in the shadows and going, "Oh, I'll just tell everybody I was 1 for 1." Like you came out in front of everybody. You said, "Guys, I lost a trade. It was dumb. I should have done it. Blah blah blah. Should have done this." Very proud of you, King Carnage. Not hiding, not being scared. Thanks, boss. Learn from the best. I'm not the best. Y'all are the best. I am nowhere near the best. But thank you, David. Man, Christmas is next Monday. Can y'all believe that? What are we all going to get each other? And please give me some funny answers. If you want to be serious, you can. But what are you guys looking forward to for Christmas? Or is there a gift that you're buying yourself? Is there something you hope someone gets you? What is something that you hope you get on this Christmas break? Which, again, is next Monday. And if you're not into Christmas, you're into Hanukkah or something else, or you're into any other form of religion or type of Christmas or whatever the hell the other ones are called, you can say whatever the hell you want, anything you want. We're not just speaking to just one group of people here. If you have some other belief or religion that you're into that doesn't even involve Christmas, don't worry about it. Let's see if structure remains, maybe a pullback or the start of a bigger move. Doubt it. SF coming right out of the gate saying, a pony. You're a very cheap person to shop for, aren't you? A straight up pony. Nice. I hope you get a pony as well. What is something you guys are looking forward to having on Christmas, or that you wish you could get on Christmas? What do you want Santa Claus to bring you? Add a farm and I'd be the happiest. A pony of liquor. Christmas is my wife's B-day. She wants the new Mini Coupe. It's crazy because she knows I'm 6'6" and can't fit into it. Damn, yeah, what the hell? She's like, this is gonna be for me. You don't get to sit in here. That sucks that her birthday is on Christmas, though. I'm not gonna lie. I've always felt for people that have, like, a December birthday. Because that whole, like, situation where it's like, oh, well, your birthday and your Christmas presents, we're just going to get them for you on the same day. Like, that's a legit thing. Wait, someone is taller than me? Yeah, Kem is pretty tall. How tall are you, Jack? 6'4"? 6'2"? Kem's 6'6". Damn, I could have my own little NBA team in here. We celebrate her B-Day first, then Xmas. Oh, yeah, you have to. You have to. Happy wife, happy life, unless you don't want to wake up in the morning. VC said, I am giving, don't expect. Okay. I feel that. But maybe then I'll give me some clothes. Oh, it's always good too. Get you some nice new crisp clothing for the new year. Nothing wrong with that. You're 6'5". Shorty. Kem's way taller than you. Alright. I got two NBA positions here. We got Kem and Jack. Having my mortgage paid. David Q's a simple man. I love it. Simple but effective. No, I hope that happens too, David. I hope $1 billion rains out of the sky for you. Alright, pretty good answer so far. Anybody else expecting anything cool for Christmas or wanting anything cool for Christmas? Any dreams and hopes of a certain gift? Yeah, I wish you'd shut up and update Spy again. Oh no, my stomach's talking to me. Yeah, that whole Ukraine thing's about to get worse, man. There's way too many mobilization of troops in multiple countries right now. How about you, Josh? I have family visiting, that's the gift. Nice. Here we go, let's see what happens on Spy. You're getting a nice slowdown. You have an inside candle, inside of the Hive Day. Inside bar in the 5 minute. I think it's by like a cent. How about me, though? I actually have no idea. I asked y'all that question and with total disregard to myself. Honestly, I think for Christmas, it'd just be cool for us to have a cool stream. And honestly, this Saturday, it'd be really nice if I could totally have a great 40-minute session on that seminar. Because I hope I do well on it. I always get nervous about public speaking. Honestly, before talking to you guys a lot more, I sucked at talking to people. I have really bad social anxiety and like speaking to people. Like I have the ability of speaking to people, but I hate doing it. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people have that though. So it kind of like messes with me when I do that stuff. Josh wants a bigger desk. Oh my god, yes! Holy shit, you know me better than I know me. Yes, a bigger desk. That would be a Christmas miracle. Chuck. Chuck coming in hot with that answer. I cut myself off as soon as I saw him say it. But ever since talking to you guys though more on stream, it's really helped me out a lot. So it's helped me be more comfortable. And I really am not one of those type of people to like plan for my videos. Like you can really watch a YouTube video and I could tell you instantly if someone like scripted some of it beforehand, just the way they say things and the pacing of the way they say things and the organization. Like somebody should say things in a certain order when they're talking about something. Like if I'm talking about volume, I'm not going to skip over to how you can look for anomaly candles. Like you would first start off with, well, this is rising volume, this is lowering volume, this is this. You start with the basics, then you'd go to the next step. A lot of people don't do that in their videos. They'll just kind of skip around. They'll go from talking about something basic to something complex in like 5 seconds. It's like, bro, how did you get from point A to point B? Chill out. So it's really helped me make like natural videos where I just kind of do me. And I'm really good at trying to be in an organized order of covering things in that order I was telling you about. You know, simple and then kind of going a little bit more in depth later on. But it's really helped me out a lot. But doing it live is different. Doing it live can be a different story because somebody asks you a question that might be worded weird and you just don't think about it the right way, and you're like over here overthinking and you're thinking about 100 different ways to answer that person. But yeah, no, it's been a lot of fun. But that would be my Christmas wish. I hope that my Saturday is smooth. I hope everything is organized. I hope everything's good. Where can we watch this sesh? If you go to Twitter, there's actually a tweet I'm involved in that has you can use code Bueller to get in if you want to pay for it, but you don't have to pay for it. I will have a link afterwards for my viewers. This is mainly for a bigger audience, for Ace and Champions Vibe. Sorry, I cannot think right now. But I'll have a link for you guys. He promised me afterwards I'll have an unlisted link that I can download and share, and I'm not going to post it publicly. It'll be for members of YouTube and Discord only. So I'll have that extra there, which is pretty much where all my seminars go that when I do one, because I've only done like one other one besides this. My part, just to let you know ahead of time, is only 40 minutes. I'm not going to be there for like 3 hours like I was on the other one. And the other seminar, I was the main speaker. I was like the guy carrying it all 3-4 hours in. This one though, it's not. I'm not hosting it. It's Champions Vibe and Ace the Kid, and they're both gonna be doing it. They'll have a couple other guest speakers for 20 minutes or so, but I'll be on there for about 40 minutes covering. I'm gonna be covering just day trade stuff, really. The whole concept of the seminar is day trading and short-term profits. That's the whole point of the seminar. So if you're into day trading, you're gonna want to watch this. But be on the lookout though. Next week I'll have a link for you all, so don't worry about it. Save your pennies. I thought he said bigger something else. I mean, that too. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Or can we watch that set? Oh, I already read that question. I'm dumb. I am simple, just want money. Oh, the Mr. Krabs approach. I want money. See you all. Going to change the sparks on my car and battery. See you later, Mel. Be safe, man. When you're done, drive over to my house. Make sure to drop it off. Be safe, Mel. We'll miss you. Good stream today. We're about 2 hours in. Had about a little over 150 people join. Almost 50 likes on today's stream. Pretty good. Pretty good updates too. When I say pretty good, I mean like the updates and the organization of like the price action was all right. I mean today was full of opportunity, and not just on SPY too. There were a ton of good callouts. Like Mel called out Nvidia puts live. You had Bferg going over AMD puts from the different idea we all covered together, and of course there's more too. There's even more going on in the Discord. So a lot of really good plays today on all kinds of tickers. He said that's the Lamborghini Mel. Wish. Now, Mel drives a Koenigsegg. If you know what a Koenigsegg is. I have a disgusting short bias I'm trying to fix. Benz? Okay. Okay, Mel. So King Carnage, really, it's all about, and I'm not joking, like, you might hear this and you might be like, oh, of course you're saying this. This is something I've heard you say a million times. Like, I'm not joking. Like, check the weekly watch list, check the daily game plan. Like, align yourself with other thoughts from the system. Like, when I'm posting it, I'm posting non-bias. I'm posting a plan for both bull and bear. All you got to do is go over it yourself and then kind of go see, all right, am I close to this or not? Or not even for that, not even to see how close is your game plan. Sometimes it might just give you a light bulb like, wait a minute, I only covered a bullish scenario. I didn't cover a bearish scenario, or vice versa. In your scenario, you're talking about you have bad bearish bias. It really helps to see that because then it reminds you like, oh, wait, I need to be pivotal. I need to be able to adjust. I need to be able to flip sides if I need to, So covering both sides isn't just good for, one, being more aware, but two, it's also to remind yourself to not be so biased, and if you're only ever covering one side, you might forget the other side. You might even lose confidence in the other side, and what I mean by that is you might take so many short setups that you kind of ignore long setups as they approach or as they appear. And worse, you might even ignore the fact that a bearish setup is not happening, that you're into a bullish play, and then you end up losing a lot because, you're telling yourself, no, this is definitely going to come back down. Then it just never does. So sometimes it's good to just have that as an outlying thing, but also the routine. Remind yourself every single day, I need to be doing this way. It doesn't matter if today's bullish or bearish. None of that matters. You're a lot of the time you're going to get both bull and bear in the same day. So really you need to go over what does this level need to do, what can bulls do here, what can bears do here, and really just speak out loud to yourself. Really, it kind of helps out. That's it. It's a confidence thing. Oh, okay. Yeah, see? And it's not even really your fault. Like, it's just something you've gotten into the habit of doing, and all you have to do is change that habit. Which I say it like it's an easy thing to do, but it's not. Like, that's never going to be an easy thing in any aspect of life. You're never going to be able to create a bad habit and then delete it instantly. No, you can't just Alt F4 a bad habit. You have to actually go through it, go through the routine, slowly work yourself out of it, and then enforce good habits to replace that, because you're going to have that void there. For whatever reason, I'm more confident in bearish setups. And honestly, I kind of experienced the same thing towards the middle of this year in King Carnage. And it makes sense. A lot of the year we've had nice ranging, nice drops, nice rallies. And a good portion of this year, there was a really good reversal to the downside. So, kind of back to my point, like getting into the habit of doing it might also add into it, kind of add into losing confidence in bulls, but also thinking like, man, I suck at longs. I'm only good at shorts. It really does add into that voice. Wherever that comes from, for whatever reason, it feeds into that, which can only make things worse. So, my confidence in bullish setups is playing to my favor lately. Is it? No, I'm kidding. But no, that's it really is good to cover both sides. You don't want to just be good at bull plays or just good at bear plays. You want to be able to be aware of both. It's not about being good at them. It's just about understanding them, understanding where they're possible. Warm blanket. One bad entry? Just one? No, I'm kidding. I'm just messing with you, Jack. If I can't mess with anybody, I'll go crazy. Something like that. Wait, Misi said something? Is Microsoft coming back? Wow. If that gaps up and saves tech over the next couple days, I will laugh. By saving tech, I mean saving it from a potential slowdown. Cool. I'm so excited for the course. I gotta work on it a little bit more. I took a break the last 2 days because I was so freaking tired of looking at it. Oh. My bad, D-Touch, I'm blind. For real though, need to work on those entries. No, we all do, to be honest. It's all in due time, all in due reps, through the routine, through practice. B Ferg said, by the way, I ended up closing out the AMD Poots for 33%. This man is a legend. Good job, B Ferg. That was all you. You know, sometimes I'll sit here and be like, that was my trade idea and this and that. We covered this together. But, I mean, at the end of the day, you still had to see it yourself. You still had to do it yourself. So even if you took my levels, you took my words from me and traded it, I still can't sit here and be like, oh, bro took it off me. Like, no, that was all B Ferg. That was all B Ferg. Every single time one of you guys do that, that's all you. You have to see it yourself. You have to understand it yourself. And I truly hope that you understand what you were doing when you took those profits. Now, I'm not taking anything away from you, but I'm just saying that for mature sake. You know, I really do hope you understand what you did and not just taking gains. And I'm talking to everyone. I'm not just talking to B Ferg. I'm talking to everybody. I hope when you guys make these gains or make these losses, you actually make an understanding of it. You understand, like, okay, this is what I did right, this is what I did wrong in comparison to what I planned beforehand. And if you did, then more power to you. That is something you're going to be able to recreate, and it's a really good habit to start enforcing. Can 2 people like the stream? I want to be number 50. And hi, everyone. Yeah, can 2 people like the stream? So Tobias can be number 50. He likes even numbers. He likes flats. He likes aesthetically pleasing things. Because that's really why I'm asking for the likes. It's for Tobias. Uno más, por favor. Oh, It's 50, Tobias. I don't know if you got it or not. He's like, nope, somebody take it away now. I have to be number 50. Oh, 51. He said, yeah, baby. Damn, Tobias, you actually got it. Okay. Ace is like, I was holding that one up my sleeve. Ace is the ace up the sleeve. How are you today, Ace? How are you today, Tobias? Make sure to post your review, B Ferg. VC, how are you doing today? I don't know if you took a trade or not, but I just was checking on you. Hey B, thanks for teaching us about bearish kickers. It's added more to my confidence in patterns. Been in IBM swing since Friday. Bearish kicker followed by an inside bar breakdown today. Oh my god, that sounds just beautiful. I have to see this now. You said IBM? Damn. Nice. That's not the daily. Alright, making sure my chart was cleared before I chart this. He's doing the line thing again. Now this is tricky, because this one has so much price history. I could take it from here. I could take it from here. I kind of just want to take it from recent price action, but I'm just going to skip all that. Let's just go to the daily. Clearly a level right there that needs to be messed with. Yeah, so I see this as like a short-term demand. But if that cracks, that's definitely falling a lot more. Be a pretty good base build, though, if they ended up building it off of that. I still don't see this. I see the bearish kicker. I still don't see this inside bar. That one's closed, but it's not perfect. Either way, though, nice job. There's definitely some pressure here. They slowed down, gapped up small body candle, gap down small body, long wick, so just kind of cancels each other out. Small body candle again, long legs, and kind of another one. So you just have a lot of indecision across the past couple days, so it's definitely slowing down. Question is it going to pick back up or not? That's a pretty clean chart, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to come check that every day now. Let's put IBM back on here. Here's your dollar chart. Here's your 10-year bond. John Deere confirming a potential double inside bar on the daily. Coin is such a monster of a chart. CVX going for another new high of day. Good call out by D-Touch. That energy sector is hot. Thank you, Daffy, for updating us on really just knowing to be bullish on energy this week. Thank you. Tobias said, I am sick. No trades for me. Everything that diminishes my edge is a no-no for me. I feel that, Tobias. True trader strength. Deep had a really awesome post. He said, need to spend some time reflecting on 2023 trade journal and set some new trading goals for 2024. I like that idea, Deep. Great job. You know, I think sometimes instinctively we just do these things naturally, but overall, like, tell yourself that, you know, I need to look at this stuff. I need to go over what was I good at this year? What was I bad at? What were things I was confident in? What were things I felt great in? What were things I didn't feel so confident in and felt bad about? You know, go over the goods and the bads, weigh your options, try to see what you want to limit yourself more towards in 2024. Try to see what you can shed, see what you can adjust. I like that, though, Deep. Very good post. New high of day on SPY. I'm really glad I was telling everybody to kind of trim profits when I did, because that's pretty much been the high of day for the past 30 minutes. So that would have definitely slowed down on your options. David Q said, that's the best idea ever. Going to do the same. That was a really good idea. You might even learn something about yourself. You end up going through your trade journal, you're like, damn, why do I do this? It might even like cause a reflection thing, like some clarity. You know, you see it and you're like, wow, if I just stay away from this, I might be like a 80% better trader, blah, blah, blah. Just good to see what you could cut, what you could shed, what you could limit. And just to see, you know, what are your habits? What are your tendencies? You know, you might pick up on some of that while going through your journal. Well, guys, today we talked about the trade potential of potentially breaking previous day high. Talked about us breaking into the Thursday high supply, which we had only touched the bottom of that yesterday. We've gotten through to the top of it today, where we sat on top of it today, pushed off of it, made a new high of day, and we are still just kind of staircasing higher right now. Bulls are in complete control on bigger time frame and smaller time frame. Triple Q's made a new all-time high today. SPY is still a few dollars away from their all-time high. It's just under 480. Pretty much 480, and that's what happened today. Today's been pretty nice, even without the news floating everywhere today. We have a lot more coming out tomorrow, Wednesday, of course. We have a lot more coming out Thursday and a lot more coming out Friday. So there's still a lot of news this week. We've really only gotten into the beginning, lighter part of it. So very potential explosive chart in front of us. Could definitely see new all-time highs this week or even next week on SPY. We'll see. But guys, thank you again for today's stream. I hope you enjoyed some of the updates, some of the trade ideas, some of the breakdowns. We don't just cover SPY. We went over a lot today. We went over a lot of different trade ideas on AMD, NVIDIA, multiple tickers like that, and so on. So hope you guys enjoyed the updates, the breakdowns. I've definitely enjoyed a lot of y'all's updates and breakdowns. Thank you again for being part of it, for contributing. A lot of you guys have really made these streams a better part of some people's lives. Some people, it's just about having a group to trade with, you know. And when they come in here and they see all of us talking to each other like this, it's amazing for them, and it just keeps them in the right mindset. It's not even really helping them in terms of like, oh, they're taking our plays. Like, it's just really good to give someone a warm environment to be in, and that's what the main reason of this community is for, is to give everyone an environment to be in. So I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you guys again for today's stream. Thank you guys for getting it over 50 likes. We had over 170 people join into today's stream. Very amazing to see again. And guys, tune on over to the Discord. There are tons of updates. We do a daily polls. We have daily watch lists. We have daily posts. Everybody has fun. There's also off-topic channels if you like to goof off a little bit. Everybody has a good time with each other, getting to know each other more. But yeah, I'll see you guys later on. Thank you guys again for today's stream, for today's breakdown. I really have enjoyed everybody's company. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. We're going to keep doing these streams every day. So I'll see you guys later on.